Are you tired of trying to decode people's true intentions? In this video, we'll reveal 7 crystal clear signs that will help you see the real person behind the mask instantly. Lesson 1. Observe their behavior under pressure. Pressure reveals a person's true nature. When life becomes difficult, many people show their hidden selves. Stoicism teaches us to remain calm in the face of adversity. A person's ability to maintain their principles under pressure speaks volumes about their character. Watch how someone reacts when things do not go their way. Some might panic, blame others, or lash out. Others might remain composed, seek solutions, and take responsibility. Their behavior in these moments reflects their inner strength or lack of it. Stoics believe that external circumstances do not define us. It is our reaction to them that matters. When you observe someone under pressure, you can see if they practice self-control. A calm person shows resilience. They do not let the storm outside shake their inner peace. This is a sign of true character. When someone succumbs to anger, fear, or despair, it shows they lack emotional discipline. Watch for how they treat others when stressed. If they treat people kindly even in difficult times, it reveals their compassion. If they become rude or dismissive, it shows their true nature. Stoicism values fairness and kindness, even when life feels unfair. True strength is not in dominating others but in controlling oneself. Notice if they focus on solutions or dwell on problems. A Stoic person understands that some things are outside our control. They focus on what they can change and accept what they cannot. This acceptance is not weakness, it is wisdom. It frees the mind from unnecessary suffering and helps find peace in chaos. Observing someone under pressure is like seeing their soul without its mask. It teaches you who they truly are. It shows their inner strength, their values, and their capacity for kindness. Pay attention to these moments. They will reveal the real person behind the mask. Lesson 2. Notice consistency in actions versus words. Words are easy to speak, but actions are harder to fake. Stoicism teaches us to live in harmony with our values. A person's actions show whether they truly live by the principles they claim to follow. If someone says one thing but does another, it is a clear sign of inconsistency. True character is found in alignment between words and actions. A consistent person does not change their behavior based on the audience. They remain true to their principles in private and in public. Stoicism values authenticity. It encourages people to live according to reason and virtue, no matter the situation. A person who adjusts their values to suit their convenience reveals their lack of true character. Consistency also shows discipline. Stoicism teaches us to cultivate habits that align with our values. A person who consistently acts according to their principles shows they have self-control. They do not let fleeting emotions or external pressures sway them. They remain steady, like a rock in a river. Inconsistency, on the other hand, reveals weakness. It shows a lack of commitment to values. It often stems from fear or a desire to please others. A Stoic does not seek approval from others. They are content with living virtuously, regardless of what others think. To see the real person behind the mask, observe how they act over time. Do their actions align with their values, or do they contradict them? Consistency is not about perfection. It is about striving to live with integrity, even when it is difficult. When actions and words align, it reveals a person of true character and virtue. Lesson 3. Assess their response to criticism. Criticism can be a mirror. It shows how someone views themselves and the world. Stoicism teaches us to accept criticism with grace. A person's response to criticism reveals their humility or their ego. When someone reacts defensively, it often stems from insecurity. When they welcome feedback, it shows strength and wisdom. A person who listens to criticism without anger demonstrates self-control. Stoicism values this quality deeply. It shows they are open to learning and growing. They do not see criticism as an attack but as an opportunity. They understand that no one is perfect. Accepting feedback helps them improve. On the other hand, someone who cannot handle criticism often hides behind a mask of pride. They may blame others or deny their mistakes. This behavior reveals a fragile ego. A Stoic knows that pride is a weakness. It blinds people to their faults and prevents growth. Notice if someone becomes angry or defensive when criticized. This reaction shows a lack of emotional stability. A Stoic practices equanimity, remaining calm in the face of both praise and blame. They do not let the opinions of others disturb their peace. They focus on their own actions and values. Humility is a key virtue in Stoicism. A humble person does not see criticism as a threat. They see it as a gift. They are grateful for the chance to grow. Their ability to accept feedback shows they value truth over pride. This is a sign of true character. Also, observe how they give criticism. Do they offer it with kindness and respect? Or do they use it to belittle others? A Stoic offers feedback with compassion. They aim to help, not to hurt. How someone handles criticism, both given and received, reveals their true nature. A person's response to criticism is a window into their soul. It shows their humility, their willingness to grow, and their inner strength. Pay attention to these moments. They reveal the real person behind the mask. Lesson 4. Look for emotional stability. Emotional stability is a sign of inner peace. Stoicism teaches us to control our emotions rather than be controlled by them. A person who remains calm in the face of challenges shows great strength. They do not let anger, fear, or sadness overwhelm them. This stability reveals a strong and steady character. Observe how someone reacts to emotional situations. Do they stay composed, or do they lose control? Emotional outbursts often reveal hidden insecurities. A Stoic understands that emotions are natural, but they must be managed. They practice mindfulness and self-awareness to maintain balance. Emotional stability also shows resilience. Life is full of ups and downs. A stable person does not let external events shake their inner peace. They face difficulties with courage and clarity. This is a sign of true strength. It shows they are rooted in their values, not swayed by temporary emotions. A Stoic values reason over emotion. This does not mean they suppress their feelings. Instead, they acknowledge their emotions without letting them take over. They understand that emotions are fleeting. They focus on what truly matters, living according to their principles. Notice how someone treats others when they are emotional. Do they lash out, or do they remain kind? A person who can stay calm and compassionate, even when upset, reveals their true nature. Stoicism teaches us to treat others with fairness and respect, no matter how we feel. Emotional stability also shows self-discipline. A Stoic works to control their impulses. They do not react impulsively to anger or frustration. They pause, reflect, and choose their response. This discipline is a mark of true character. Emotional stability reveals the depth of a person's inner peace. It shows their ability to rise above temporary feelings and live with wisdom. Observe this quality in others. It will help you see the real person behind the mask. Lesson 5. Examine their priorities and values. A person's priorities reveal their true self. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what truly matters. Our values define us. They guide our actions and decisions. To see the real person behind the mask, observe what they prioritize in life. Their choices will show their character. Notice how someone spends their time and energy. Do they focus on material wealth or inner growth? A Stoic values wisdom, courage, justice, and self-control above all else. They understand that external possessions are temporary. True wealth lies in living virtuously. Observe how they treat others. Do they prioritize relationships, or do they focus only on themselves? A person's values are reflected in their actions. A Stoic believes in fairness and compassion. They seek to contribute to the greater good, not just their own gain. Look at how they handle success and failure. Do they remain humble, or do they become arrogant? Stoicism teaches us to remain grounded. External achievements do not define us. True character is shown in how we live, not in what we own or achieve. Pay attention to their goals. Are they driven by ego or purpose? A Stoic seeks meaning and fulfillment. They focus on what is within their control, their actions, thoughts, and values. They do not chase after things that bring temporary pleasure but lack true significance. A person's priorities also reveal their courage. Do they stand up for what they believe in, or do they compromise their values for convenience? Stoicism values integrity. It teaches us to live according to our principles, no matter the cost. By examining someone's priorities and values, you can see their true character. It shows what matters most to them and how they live their life. This clarity will help you see the real person behind the mask. Lesson 6. Observe reactions in conflict. Conflict reveals a person's true nature. Stoicism teaches us to handle disagreements with wisdom and calmness. How someone reacts in conflict shows their character. It reveals their ability to control emotions, communicate clearly, and seek resolution. Notice if someone becomes aggressive or defensive during a conflict. These reactions often stem from fear or insecurity. A Stoic practices self-control. They do not let anger take over. They remain calm and focused on finding a solution. A person's behavior in conflict also shows their respect for others. Do they listen, or do they interrupt? Do they attack the person, or do they address the issue? A Stoic values fairness and kindness. They treat others with respect, even in disagreements. Observe if they take responsibility for their actions. A Stoic understands that blaming others solves nothing. They focus on what they can control, their own behavior. They seek to learn from conflicts and grow wiser. How someone handles conflict also reveals their patience. A Stoic does not rush to judgment or action. They take the time to understand the situation. They remain steady, like a ship in rough seas. This patience shows true strength. Conflict can also reveal a person's priorities. Do they seek truth, or do they seek to win? A Stoic values wisdom over ego. They are not concerned with being right. They are concerned with doing what is right. This humility is a sign of true character. By observing how someone reacts in conflict, you can see their inner self. It shows their emotional control, respect for others, and commitment to values. This insight will help you see the real person behind the mask. Lesson 7. Reflect on how they make you feel. A person's energy affects those around them. Stoicism teaches us to be mindful of our influence. How someone makes you feel reveals their true nature. It shows their kindness, compassion, and authenticity. Notice if they uplift or drain you. A person with a kind heart brings peace and positivity. They make others feel valued and respected. A Stoic believes in contributing to the well-being of others. They seek to create harmony, not conflict. Observe if they respect your boundaries. A person who values your feelings and limits shows true character. A Stoic understands that mutual respect is the foundation of healthy relationships. They do not impose their will on others. Reflect on whether they inspire you to grow. A person who lives virtuously encourages others to do the same. Their actions set an example. Stoicism values living in a way that benefits both the self and the community. A person of true character inspires those around them to strive for better. How someone makes you feel is a reflection of their inner self. It shows their kindness, respect, and authenticity. Pay attention to these feelings. They will help you see the real person behind the mask.